What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Super Gamer Boys. I'm your host, Colonel and Dad Garrett Morlang, and here in the virtual studio with me is the king of video games and resident superstar, Adrian Holmes. What's up, Adrian?
What's going on, Garrett? You're gonna have to scoot over a little bit. It's a lot of people in here today.
It's getting pretty crazy in here. Hang on one second. I got to put my standing desk down because I got to reach my AC and turn the AC off. So you guys can look at my chest here for a second. Uno momento. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. There we go. Yeah. This is the standing episode. If you can't tell, I'm at my standing desk. Adrian is definitely standing at his desk.
All the way up.
I'm short. So
JJ is just short. Yeah.
I actually am standing right now.
JJ is actually standing on a little crate right now.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also joining us is the heavyweight podcasting champion of the world, JJ Purdom.
What's up, boys? Dude, this is so exciting. This is like the third time this week that Garrett has been in a room with four men. And but it was for various other reasons earlier this week. This time is about gaming, and so I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Garrett is.
I am tickled. Just tickled.
Were you about to be pickle tink? Is that what happened right there?
I am a little pickle tink. You're right.
Oh, man. And also joining us, we have two very special guests. Was this going to be one special guest? Then we got a surprise last-minute guest here. I'm so excited to have on both of them. On the right is the big boss of UNDRLVLD, El Cheezo. And
Yes,
on the left, we have the waifu pillow of UNDRLVLD, Angel. These are their official job titles. So
Yeah, that's right. 100%. That's what it says on our business cards.
Yeah. It says it on my voicemail.
on your voicemail. Good to have you guys in. So
Thanks, man.
I just want to kind of hear a little bit. People are going to be like, well, what the heck is UNDRLVLD? Can you give us a short little spiel here? What in the world is UNDRLVLD? What is it you guys do?
I was about to hit you with that promo that we did. In the
Like in the Phasma. Go watch the Phasmophobia video.
promo
That was a good promo.
But no, we're UNDRLVLD. We sell collectibles. We go from retro consoles to figures, anime figures, comic book figures, and much more.
And anything that you'd like, honestly. If you have any thought of obtaining something, you could just call us and we'll get it for you.
Anything?
Anything.
Wow, that.
Whoa.
That, ladies and gentlemen, that was not even rehearsed. That was so good.
Oh my god. We also have a YouTube channel and we sometimes stream on Twitch.
Yeah, we sometimes. We have a YouTube channel for UNDRLVLD, but we mostly stream from our respective Twitch channels.
Yeah, you
Yes.
guys all have your own individual channels.
Yeah.
So
you'll be able to see those here, actually, right above our heads.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll edit that in later. Oh man. Well, yeah. Thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll hear more from them, obviously, and hopefully more about them. Where to find them at the end of the show, and obviously links will be in the show description for their shop, for their Twitch channels, all that. So definitely go check them out. They are good people.
No, you.
All right. Well, today we're going to be talking about PlayStation Plus bleeding subs, Square Enix Montreal shut down, and Uncle Phil hints at price hikes. But first, let's give a quick shout out to our Patreon producers, Bumple Smash, Eddie Martin, and Kajoma01, and our Super Gamer sponsors, Julie Bates and Mama Mare. If you want to be awesome just like those folks, head over to patreon.com/supergamerboys where you can support us for just $1, just $1, and you can get episodes early and ad-free, such as this show that you're listening to right now.
Wait, how many dollars did you say?
Just one.
Do it. Everybody watching, do it right now.
One clam.
Yeah.
One schmeckle.
You can also
Yes.
you can also get our episodes of Super Gamer Book Club, hosted by Adrian, early and ad-free, 2 months before everyone else. This month's new episode is Luigi's Mansion. That's right. Actually, technically came out the end of October. Comes out the last Friday of the month. And that was a blast. We recorded that with, we had a guest. Well, I can't remember who it was.
With Connor.
It was
Oh,
Connor.
my goodness.
Oh, it's Connor McCabe from Call Me By Your Game.
I can't wait until they forgot that we were here.
Yeah, go check that out as a fantastic episode. So support us to get that one. If you're on the fence about supporting us and you want to check out Super Gamer Book Club, before you do so, go to any podcast service, search for it, or on our YouTube, youtube.com/supergamerboys, and you can get the old episodes free. Right now, it's Amori featuring Ray from twitch.tv/RayNoYuki. I'm wearing my Amori hoodie right now. Check it out. Love it so
Looking
much.
pretty clean.
Amori's pretty dope.
There's something behind you. I love it. Love this hoodie.
It's JJ.
And
Yeah, it's me standing on a bridge.
Oh no. And Adrian, we have not yet announced this month's episode is coming out at the end of the month. Do you want to go ahead and do
Have
that
we really
now?
not?
No, we didn't have an episode last week, so now.
That's right. So this month's book club is going to be part 2 of the Super Nintendo Holy Trinity. We've already done Super Mario World. We started off with a bang, and now we're keeping the momentum going with The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. And we are doing that with none other than the Nintendo Cartridge Society with Patrick and Mark as our guest hosts.
Yeah.
Is the third game Super Metroid? I'm out of here.
Wait.
Be giving it away.
No!
You may not see it, but he's swinging his foot right now because he's a little angry.
I'm not swinging my foot. That's not my foot.
So yeah, look forward to that. I've actually already beat the game.
Really?
Spoiler alert. I finished the book club game already. I had never touched it before, never played it. I mean, that's the reason you were picking these, is because there's a lot of Super Nintendo games that I either played, never finished, or maybe never even touched. This is one of those I never even touched. We'll talk more about it later in the show and what you're playing, but I beat it. And
Now, are you sure you beat it? Because
Yeah.
I think so. I mean,
there's a point where everything shifts and
There's a
something
halfway
happens.
point.
in Link to the Past,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, I got credits.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I think that sounds like you're not very
Okay.
sure about
I
that.
don't know.
You have to go replay
You said you
the
did
game,
get the
Garrett.
credits.
I got credits. Yeah, I got credits.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
We'll
all
talk
right,
about
all
it
right.
later.
Yeah.
We're going
Yeah.
to talk about that later. Just like we'll talk about our Patreon later. But before we move on here with the show, I want to shout out Jack Sriracha and Yate for allowing us to use their music on our show. Thank you so much for allowing us to use this and not, copyright striking us into oblivion. We appreciate it. And you should go support them. Go listen to their music on Spotify and Apple Music. Links to Spotify in the show description below. All right, it's now time to check the mail. JJ, you're supposed to have a bit this week, right?
No, see, what you had said last time was that El Cheezo and Angel were coming in.
I was going to say,
with
guys, relax.
you
Underlevel said they can find anything, right?
That's right.
So let's have them find the mailbag.
find the mailbag. Be great.
Can you guys find the mailbag?
It's got all our questions in it. We got to have you find it.
Son
And
of
it's
a-
not- It's not
I
the
just
kind of
put it
mailbag that Garrett typically likes.
First mailbag question is:
Oh, sure.
how would
he
you
has.
rank, in order,
Get
your
caught,
favorite
Garrett.
to least favorite Pokemon games from CJM?
Heck yeah.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to tap out on this one,
What was
guys.
that question?
I don't. It's like a bridge too far. I don't do the Poke.
Oh, no,
what do
we
you call
get it. I mean, you did just celebrate your 70th, so.
Yeah. I did,
Wait,
actually.
what?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, by
My
the way,
favorite
are we
game-
all going to sing
like-
happy birthday to JJ?
I like.
Hell
Please
no.
don't. Please don't, Garrett. I've heard you
Okay,
sing
okay.
before, and I actually look fantastic for my age. I'm just saying.
Hey, look.
You look great for 85.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you can barely tell, except for my old man balls that like fall out of my
72
short
never
shorts.
looked better.
Dude, you too? I gotta get
Yeah.
mine replaced.
It's the shits to sit on them. Let me tell you. And that's true. That's true life, guys. That's not even a bit. That's don't sit on your nuts. That's what happened to Mr. Belvedere, and he.
That's a
got
PSA
screwed
right
up.
there. That's
PSA.
a G.I. Joe PSA. Don't sit on your nuts.
It's one of those after-school specials.
So
I think Smokey said that.
I can answer this mailbag question
Ooh, heck yeah.
visually. My favorite Pokemon game is actually Pokemon Crystal,
Okay. I can't be mad at you for that one.
and my least favorite is Pokemon Red.
You see how everybody got
Whoa.
quiet? You see how
Because
everybody got quiet?
Okay.
Because I'm a Pokemon Blue guy. So
Oh, you got me. You had me in the first half.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say this is gonna be an interesting discussion here.
Yeah.
Do I go next?
Go next.
My favorite, we don't have it here currently, but it's Pokemon Platinum
Okay.
on the DS, and that was the reason it's my favorite childhood game. I grew up with it. I played the other ones too, but like middle school, all throughout middle school, high school type shit. Sorry. I went and played Platinum multiple times. But worst one, Sun and Moon. I hate it.
Her does her bad.
I hate them so much.
Wow. Interesting. I have a buddy who loves Sun and Moon. Like, he just, like, raves about it. And
I didn't think they were that bad.
I personally didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the other ones. But,
All right.
I didn't
That's
play
all
it,
right.
so I have no idea.
To each his
I heard
own.
they were bad.
To each his own.
What
My
about
favorite.
you handsome fellas.
My favorite is Ruby.
Okay.
I love Ruby. And
not
I mean, I never played it, but I guguess Emerald too, because it's the same game. So,
Right.
I'm more of a
Essentially.
Sapphire guy myself, though, but I feel that.
and then I mean, it's a pretty close. So my love of Ruby is pretty close with like Gold and Silver. I love those, and Crystal, like that kind of trilogy. They're pretty good. But Ruby Sapphire, I played the crap ton. But my least favorite is probably Sword and Shield. That was not
Interesting.
good for
That's
me.
interesting.
that is very interesting.
Because growing up, I mean, I loved those, like the early ones. Like I played, I mean, basically, and we've talked about before on the show, I played like Red and Blue, I played Yellow, I played Gold and Silver, I played Ruby Sapphire, and that's kind of where I stopped because my parents were like, no, you don't need any more handheld. You have a Game Boy. You don't need a DS. You don't need the 3DS. So up until like 6 months ago, I didn't have that console even play those games. So my Pokemon career ended at Ruby Sapphire. And so
Dude, your parents are freaking monsters, dude. They didn't let you be a kid. Wow. That's a way to stick it to them too, dude. When you're a 30-something-year-old man and you're like, yeah, Mom, yeah, Dad, I do what I want with my monies.
yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't know what that felt like.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, so my reintroduction to Pokemon for years was the Switch and getting Sword and Shield. I'm like, oof, this is not it. Like, but for me, there's so much changes from like that, and there's in that time span, there's so many like evolutions through the Pokemon games and so many things they added. I was like, this isn't even the same game anymore. Like, this is
Boy,
wild.
I don't like change.
I don't
like change.
Garrett, I have a question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
How does it feel to be wrong?
Yes, I also agree to that.
How does it feel to be old?
Hey, true.
Well,
I
okay,
didn't say
wait.
anything.
Because there's always the chance that he could have a good point to this next question I have to him. How did you feel about Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu?
Okay. I'll jump in on that one when you get done.
I could jump in on that too, but I want to hear you, Garrett.
I did not enjoy it because
Okay.
I wanted to fight Pokemon and it wouldn't let me fight Pokemon. It wanted me to Pokemon Go Pokemon, and I was like, this is
Okay.
trash.
First of all, how dare you?
I mean, I agree.
I have children, so
Yes.
it's like it's different for me. Yeah.
I think it was like more of like it was too handholdy. I didn't mind like
Yes.
the fighting or anything like that. I just I think it was too handholdy compared to like the old
You
Pokemon.
could ride an Arcanine though. It was really fun.
It feels like a weird one-off. I think that's my problem with it, right? Because these remakes, they made it feel like Pokemon Go,
Makes sense.
but then when Diamond and Pearl came out, they were 1-to-1s again. They were doing combat like normal. So you need to pick a play style. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I think that's the biggest thing that took me out of Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu was that battle system. Everything else was great. It was a really good reimagining and
Yeah,
quality of life updates for those titles, but
definitely.
those are honestly my least favorite because they took out one of the most fun aspects of those original titles was the battles.
You know what else I dislike from that? That if you wanted to get Melton in Pokemon Go, you had to own Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Because if you transferred Pokemon and all that stuff, it'll give you like this little thing that on Pokemon Go for Melton.
Yeah, it would like make
Didn't you
him
have to catch
appear.
like 300 of them or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to evolve them.
It was kind of rough.
So
Ridiculous.
You know what's funny? I didn't know you weren't supposed to throw the Pokeball like peripheral for that game.
What do you mean?
Like, cause there's like a little Pokeball peripheral that you got.
Oh, yeah.
When
Yeah.
there's like an addition. I didn't know you weren't supposed to throw it. It's just a button.
Really? Because I was throwing it.
I threw mine.
I think you
It
can
worked.
both. Like, for those that don't want to throw it, you could just, just press the button.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah. That one was, as far as titles have gone now, those are my least favorite. I think the Let's Go's. My favorites, I think I'm with Garrett. I think Gen 3 was the Pokemon formula perfected, I feel like, and everything else is just an iteration on top of that.
Perfection. All right.
Yeah, makes sense.
This next question comes from Kajoma01, and he asked, since Marvel Snap came out last week, who are y'all's favorite superheroes, and what's your favorite card games? So if you don't know, Marvel Snap is a new phone game, mobile game that came out last week. It's all the rage. Everyone's losing their minds over it, so how good it is, apparently. I have not played it.
It's pretty cool.
I like it.
But yeah, it's all Marvel superheroes, and it's like a card-based strategy game, from what I understand. So yeah, give it to me. What are you guys' favorite superheroes? I guess from the game or not from the game, it doesn't matter. And because I know JJ probably has not played the game. I have not played the game. And then beyond that, what's your favorite card games besides Marvel Snap?
Does Doctor Doom count as a soup? Because I feel like he does sometimes. You know?
I feel like they have to be a hero more than they're a villain to count as a hero.
I mean, what really is a
he's
superhero? You know?
They have to do more good deeds than nefarious deeds. To
He's
count
done
as a
great
hero.
deeds for Latveria.
Pure. Call him pure.
Yes, the country that he conquered. Yeah.
I mean, semantics, bro.
Oh yes, of course.
I would say Spider-Man. Like, the comic book Spider-Man is very enjoyable to read and all that stuff. I can't give you, like, specifics on which, like, version I like the best, but, like, just reading it in general, I think has been very enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
And for card games, I think the only one I'm able to watch is Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, other people play.
That's cool.
Dang.
Yu-Gi-Oh's fun.
It is fun.
As
I got
far
out of
as
Yu-Gi-Oh when they did that, like when they started
when
doing
they
all
pendulum,
those. Yeah, I was like, all right,
Dude.
well, I'm old.
dude, once the
Gotta
cards
go.
started being like different colors, like the same card with like two different colors. I don't know what this is anymore. This isn't Yu-Gi-Oh. No, freaking favorite superhero? That's a crazy one. I'd probably say Spider-Man too. I feel like that's a cop-out answer, but if I was to say which Spider-Man, it's the superior Spider-Man, where Doc Ock takes over his body, but like his will and his body is so strong that it takes over Doc Ock's like villainy. It's actually pretty crazy. If you haven't read that, please read the Superior Spider-Man. As far as card games, I'm gonna get a little meta because I think Inscription has been a fantastic card game.
Inscription is the best card
It's a game. It's a game that I still play to this day.
Never touched it.
It's really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
that was a fantastic game. I was so excited. Have you played that yet, Adrian? Because you couldn't play it because you didn't have a PC that could run it.
It's on my wish list. I gotta scoop it, especially because it's on sale right now.
You
So I'll
need
probably
to
get it
pick
in the
that
next
up.
couple of days.
Oh,
We'll talk. That's a great game.
Good, so good. Let's see. For me, my favorite. I mean, he's not Marvel, but my favorite superhero is Batman. I love Batman.
I was gonna ask, did it have to be Marvel?
I don't think so.
No, I mean he doesn't specify
In that case, my favorite superhero is Dwayne Johnson. If that's the case. Yeah.
Not Black Adam. Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson.
Johnson.
Or Liam Neeson in that one.
Do you guys remember he survived the San Andreas earthquake? That's why he's a superhero.
He's also
The radiation from the earthquake
Yeah.
gave him the powers.
That's right.
Maui. If you guys didn't know, he's also Maui.
That's right.
Oh, so good. Yeah, Batman, and my favorite card game. I like Magic. I haven't played it forever, but I love Magic the Gathering. It's a fun one. And I actually, I pre-ordered some new cards. Yoji Shinkawa did 4 cards. He did a special like limited edition
Really?
art
That's
for
dope.
like full arts for Magic the Gathering. So I picked him up.
Ooh, full art
How did they
cards,
pull
too.
that off?
I don't know how they pulled that one off, but man, they are gorgeous. I can't wait for them to get here. I don't know when they're coming, but I'm so stoked for that.
Those are dope.
Oh, yeah.
Have you had a chance to play MTG Arena?
A little bit. I really enjoy it. It's just
It's nice.
I just don't have the time to like dump into it or money.
I mean,
but it's a blast. It's a lot of fun, and I don't have to have like binders of physical cards in my storage anymore. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's on your phone now. It's great.
I forgot.
Awesome.
Oh man, I totally forgot it's on they came out with the mobile version. When I was back in my day, it was just the PC version, and so I didn't do that. But that's genius.
I'd have to say.
I was just gonna say, Adrian, what do you got?
Oh, I don't know if she's my absolute favorite, but she's definitely up there. I think I talked about it before. I think Storm is a fantastic superhero. One of the very few Omega level mutants on the same plane as Charles Xavier. And I think for my favorite card game, I'd have to go with an old standard, an old favorite of everybody's. I'm sure you've played it at least once in your life, and that's Uno.
Oh, that's a banger.
You like ruining relationships, Adrian, and friendships.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Somebody needs to leave the family picnic mad, okay?
That's awesome. For my birthday, my wife and my son got me a Mario themed Uno game, and I've been teaching my son, he's 5 now, how to play it. And like he's been having the time of his life playing that game. He loves Uno.
Good.
And
Start him young.
He's beat me a few times. And like he's playing the way where like all of his cards are just laid faced up on the table. And I'm not going easy on him. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna like play like normal, and I'll help him when he doesn't understand something, but I'm not gonna go easy on him. And then like he'll still beat me. I'm like, what the heck?
You're helping him.
Dang it. Like
That's going easy on him.
No, it's one of those things where like he just happens to pull the right card at the right time. It's like no matter what I do, like he wins. Like what the heck?
You have aimbot and walls, and you're still losing. That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
JJ, what's your favorite superhero and card game?
I wish I could think of something that's like really old so I could play off how old I am. But I'm a huge fan of Barry Allen's The Flash. The Flash is my favorite character. I love the DC TV show on the CW, and I love all the comic books. Because of that TV show, I got into The Flash and started going and getting all of the old comics, and then getting the Rebirth series and all of the great
really cool.
new comics that are coming out of them. And just a huge fan of The Flash. As far as card games, I was going to say Uno because I love Uno. We actually just played it yesterday as a family, and my 7-year-old just learned how to play it, and she's mean, dude. Like, she doesn't like losing. And she'll beat the crap out of you if you beat her, you know? And I'm like, I just let her win because I'm scared of her. I mean, I'm worried she's going to be the kind of kid that like wakes up and like, you know, you wake up in bed and like she's got like the big butcher knife and stuff like that. Are you awake, Daddy? No, fine. Whatever you want. I don't. You take my wallet.
You're going to take that draw 4 back?
So, yeah, dude. There's a couple times where she's looked at me like, did you seriously just did that to me, dude? You added 4? Okay, really? Okay, all right. Cool. Remember that, Dad. So I'm actually going to pick Munchkin. I don't know if you guys ever played Munchkin before, but Munchkin's a fun dungeon crawler game. And so I have a brother-in-law who started getting these as Christmas gifts, and you can kind of like add on with these Munchkin cards. And
they have a Warhammer expansion. Maybe you can get Warhammer.
Okay,
get real nerdy.
Look, that's a nerd bridge too far. That is a nerd bridge too far, dude.
I just want to say Kajoma01 is actually in the chat, the one who asked this question, and he says, I feel like Dr. Doom would be fine. He thinks Dr. Doom is a superhero.
I agree.
He's going to give it to you.
I completely agree. Did you know that he was like the servant of this like super like mega level dude for an entire eternity, waited for time to reset and the universe reset just so that he could figure out some magic spell to defeat this dude who was like the ultimate evil? Just because he's Doom. He literally did it. Like, he literally did it because of an ego chow.
If you guys haven't read the book
that's real hero material.
He saved everybody.
If you guys haven't read the book
because of a grudge, a petty grudge.
But he did it.
but he did it.
I mean, that's kind of super. You ask me.
I'm just saying. I mean, he's a regular guy. You got to remember that Dr. Doom's kind of just like a guy. He's like the Lex Luger or Lex Luthor of the
kind of a scientist himself.
He's the
That's
total
not
package.
a good.
I love it.
total package.
Lex Luthor is not a good barometer to compare yourself to.
But he's a regular guy, is what I'm saying.
And I mean, one of them's bald and the other one isn't. But yeah.
Lex Luthor is so petty. He became the president of the United States just to mess with Superman.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, wouldn't you?
No,
Man,
I don't.
What a hero! What a hero!
Oh my god.
Well, it depends on which,
president.
It depends on which universe you're in, because some universes Lex Luthor is a hero.
He is. Not the DC Online universe. He's the worst, actually. He couldn't be worse. But no, we'll talk. That's another discussion for another time.
All right, let's
It's one
get
of
on
the
to
best
this.
intros of all
I
time.
agree with Cheezo. Dr. Doom's the best hero.
No one said that. No one said that.
He said that.
Oh wait, you said. Oh, sorry. I thought you were reading the chat. I was like, no one's saying it. What are you talking about?
I see it on the chat. Squint your eyes a bit.
That's right. That's right. If I look really close.
Yeah.
Yeah. This last question comes from Sweats, and they ask, without Googling, can you tell me where the names Kongar and Ultra V are from?
I can.
No.
I have no idea. I've been for like 2
I
weeks since he wrote this
swear.
question. I've
I
not
can.
Googled it, and I'm like racking my brain. Like, what?
Me
the
too.
heck?
I know I've seen those names before. I know. I feel like it's a fighting game. That's the most I got.
Kinda, yeah.
And I feel like it was also on GameCube because he said PS2, but I feel like I remember a GameCube fighting game with those names in it.
I don't remember if it was on game. It might have been because it was one of those like multi-plat type games.
Okay.
Adrian, he's just putting it lightly to you. You're
So-
right.
So what's
it's
the
called
game?
It's called War of the Monsters.
Thank you. Oh, because
And-
it's the same people that made the Godzilla one, right?
Yeah, it's the same people that made Destroy All Monsters, if I recall
There we
correctly.
go.
So
Oh,
There we go.
I don't know this game.
that game is rad.
Oh,
I remember
But
that now.
Godzilla's better, but this game is also rad. But
I'm
think,
pretty sure
I have
that
no
was a
idea.
Hollywood or that was a Blockbuster rental a couple
Yeah,
of times.
Yes,
I have
but
no idea
I
what
don't
it
know
is.
if it has any relation to King of the Monsters from Super Nintendo. It might. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Both-
man. You
both
just
very good
unlocked
games.
like a,
Yeah.
a memory for me, dude.
Like
So
that.
can we Google it now? Because I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, go
UFC
ahead,
Kongar
go-
and Ultra V. Like that's why I said like Kongar is definitely like a lot easier to remember.
Yeah, so he goes and say, now that you've Googled it, how underrated is this game? It was the first game I bought when I got my PS2.
So these guys on the front cover
Then
are
Kingdom
Kongar
Hearts.
and Ultra V.
Yeah, so he bought this
What
game
is this
first.
rip-off fucking King Kong
This came out first.
Rampage guy?
Oh, it was on PS2. Godzilla was on GameCube, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I know that for a fact because I own that.
I still have no idea what this is.
This is a really cool game. This would actually be really fun to play. This is like, if you ever like Zone of the Enders, like 2-player mode, this is just Zone of the Enders 2-player mode on the ground.
Still,
I mean, it looks like
fantastic.
it looks like PvP Rampage.
Yeah,
it is
pretty much.
PvP Rampage.
Yeah.
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 This is a really cool game.
It rolls.
Yeah.
Then I might like it
Yeah, I think you'll like it.
because I love Rampage.
I also love Rampage.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for writing in. If you have any questions you want to write in the show, go over to supergamerboys.com/discord. Join our Discord server over there. We have a channel called Submit Mailbag. Leave your questions there. Or if you're just on social media, send us a DM, send us a question through there, comment on a post, and I'll add it to the show notes.
Do it. Do it.
All right. It's now time for the Nerdy Nudes.
It's now time for the nerdy news.
Yes.
What JJ said.
Perfect.
That's right.
Man, War of the Monsters, dude.
Dude, that game is rad. If you get a chance, you should play it. It's
I
really
might have
good.
to pick this back up.
It
Or
is
actually
the way
buy
you're
it for once.
contemplating, bro.
Yeah. That might actually be a pretty cheap purchase, actually.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's super hot. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe there's like a crazy like.
Let me go peruse on eBay for a little bit. You keep talking, Gary.
$500.
Don't do that. Don't say that.
Wait, let me check right here.
Yeah, we actually- yeah, we
we have a
have it pulled
handy
up now.
dandy laptop right here.
That's right. We're always prepared.
Cool. Let me see. Oh,
No, not that.
Do you-
It's like $15-20.
Sold.
Do you need to go, JJ?
Yeah, I've got a hard out right now and not a hard on, Garrett. So I'm going to have to bounce out, guys. You guys enjoy the rest of the show. And don't let Garrett talk trash about me because
No,
you know,
I'll
he's so
protect
jealous
you.
of my...
Don't worry,
protect
he
you.
won't. We all will. Have fun going to bed, old
I'll
man.
protect you.
Dude, I got to go to bed. Like, I had dinner at 4 o'clock this afternoon, guys. So,
He went in for the early bird special.
all right, guys. Have a great night.
All right, see you, dude.
Bye, JJ.
Later, JJ.
Bye, guys.
We're gonna have to move the layout.
Oh no!
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just to click this one button. It's great.
Oh, he's smarter than we are.
You are very smart.
That's a
and
really good
handsome and talented.
Oh, you were really handsome.
All right, relax.
I like
Adrian, do
these
you want me to
guys.
tell you you're handsome too? Because you are.
You are.
Keep going. Keep going.
All
You
right.
also have great taste in video games, unlike Garrett.
Oh, all right. That's enough of that. That's quite enough of that. This first news story comes to us from Anthony Wood over at IGN. They write, Sony loses nearly 2 million PlayStation Plus subscribers since service revamps. The number of PlayStation Plus subscribers has fallen by almost 2 million since Sony launched its revamped subscription service in June. According to the company's latest financial report, Sony's multi-tiered PlayStation Plus subscription service has dropped from 47.3 million at the end of June to 45.4 million in the 3 months leading up to September 30th, a decrease of 4%. Sony highlighted that the ratio of gamers subscribed to the service is significantly higher on PS5 than it is for previous generation PS4 console. And in response, Sony leadership plans to accelerate the adoption excuse me, of PS5 hardware to recover this user engagement going forward. The number...
How dare you clear your throat?
I don't know what's going on. There's like something seriously stuck in my throat so bad. The number of active users on the PlayStation Network also dropped by 1 million in the latest quarter to 102 million players. Though its numbers dropped on the digital side, Sony still had a strong showing when it comes to the PS5 hardware. It announced that it sold more than 25 million units and was able to produce roughly 6.5 million in the 3 months leading up to September 30th. So this is...
I mean, when their controllers are...
Sorry, go ahead, Angel.
I was like, when their controllers are consistently breaking, you know, those are going to go pretty high.
Yeah, that's right.
Are
Well,
they?
it's just like-
I don't know if I've heard that their controller. I guess at the beginning they were pretty janky.
Yeah.
There were some issues. But even like with like the PlayStation Plus subscriptions though, we all kind of saw this coming though because
Yeah,
they so badly wanted to do Game Pass on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And it's not anything near that. Like I have it because I paid for like 4 years of PlayStation Plus. So basically when they converted it, like
You grandfathered in.
I'm grandfathered for like the next.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't 1-to-1. It was like that stupid thing where I have like three and a quarter years or something instead of 4 years.
Yeah, right. See, the thing about this. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was saying the thing about this is like nobody wanted PS Now, and now you kind of
I would say
to get PS Now.
Because I've heard a lot of people saying that they would want something that Xbox, like how Xbox has in
Bingo.
PlayStation.
So let me finish. For PlayStation 4, nobody wanted PS Now.
100%, yeah.
But for PS5, which has a completely different hardware, completely different capabilities, the network itself got revamped. So I had PS Now for a really long time on PlayStation 4.
Oh, wow.
And the problem with that was just the ability to utilize all of your, like, you know, bandwidth and all that stuff just wasn't allowed on the PS Plus server at the time. Now it's a much better thing, but I could see why people who still have a PS4 would probably dip, and then people who have the PS5 now would be like, oh, this is fine. This is totally, you know, I could see why people would go down and be like, I really need this.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, even with like there's more perks if you have a PS5 too, because you get extra free stuff on a PS5. So that makes sense. But in general, like not even looking at the individual PS4, PS5 thing, the games just aren't there. Even though they have technically a larger library, I think number wise they have more games than Xbox, but quantity is not quality, you know? Where Xbox does such a good job curating like really great indies, really good like just classics like that people want to go back and play. Plus you get the new releases day and date. Like Sony is so like staunchly against that. Like they would never put God of War Ragnarok day and date on PlayStation Plus. But
Dumb.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I think the lackluster of like big titles in the library is what's causing it to like not be worth it as compared to like what Microsoft does.
Exactly. And I think I think the selection of indie titles, the way that they are, I'm gonna get like a really weird, obscure, I guess thing here, where it's like there's a game that I used to play for PS3, Xbox 360 that is part of the PlayStation Now library, and it's called Castlevania Harmony of Despair. So the thing about that game that made it fantastic was the DLC, but what you don't get with PS Now is the additional content, and that's a huge problem when it comes to revisiting old classics and things like that. I'm pretty sure you can obtain that with Game Pass and maybe like a small monetary value, like thing.
Yeah.
But like the fact that you cannot really get that with the PlayStation Now subscription, or with the PlayStation Premium subscription now,
whatever it's called. Yeah,
it's just it really
kind of messes it up,
and it just all the really cool classics that you would have liked to have are just like half of the games that they are now.
100%. I agree.
And I think the biggest sin of all, honestly, is so I think it was like 6 months ago this happened, and I thought it would have been back by now. No, it was longer. It was last fall. It's been a year. It's been a full year since all the Metal Gear games have been taken down. I mean, they've been taken down everywhere, not just PlayStation. But like PlayStation is their home. I feel like if they're going to be anywhere, they should be there.
They should be PlayStation.
But they're not. Like you can't play Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, the HD collection that used to be on there. HD collection is gone. 4 is gone. Like all of them. You can only play 5. They have 5. That's the only one on there. But all like 1 through 4 gone.
Thank goodness for the Vita.
And I'm like, what the heck? Like, yeah, fortunately, like I'm so happy that I bought it. I'm so glad I bought the PS3 when I did. I bought the PS3, the HD collection, for all that, like right before that happened. Because now I'm sure to buy physical copies of things too, it's like going to be crazy expensive. It's like, oh, you can't get it digital, so everyone's scrounging for physical. And man, yeah, there's just a lot missing from the PlayStation Plus, and it's a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adrian, what are your thoughts?
I am one of the outlier cases. I think it's honestly unacceptable that the state that what is it? I can't even remember the name. PlayStation Plus now is a new PlayStation Plus.
It's PlayStation.
I think it's
PlayStation Plus. Well, there's PlayStation Plus is the whole service, and there's 3 tiers within it. I don't know what those 3 tiers are. Yeah, it's like
I think it's Essentials, Extra, and Premium.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
I think
it's a scam.
Jim Ryan is out of his mind when he said that people don't play old games anymore, or they don't want to play old games anymore. Granted, there may be data to support that, of course, but I think for the sake of preservation of games themselves, there should have been a much, much stronger effort to make sure that PlayStation's legacy is preserved. And I think it's crazy that all the Sony published or developed titles aren't part of that service. Right. From PS1 to PS5. It's really odd to me because I feel like if I'm running PlayStation, I want every game that we had a hand in to be on that service.
Yeah. 100%.
Even the bouncer?
I want the best and the worst, because you got to be, people in the future have to learn or see that they learn from their mistakes. So you have to have the good games, you have to have the bad games. You got to have it all.
They have the transparency.
They have to see Sora before they let him soar, basically.
There you go. I think it's also crazy that there is no native PS3 emulation.
Crazy.
Which is wild because the PS5 is incredibly powerful. I mean, it's no, 4070 or anything, like 4090 or anything like that, but it should easily be able to play PS3 games. Like if I put a PS3 disc in my system, like how you put an Xbox 360 disc in Xbox Series console, it just downloads that game from the server.
Yeah.
It's wild that PS3 doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think on that front, it makes it a bad deal. That's just my 2 cents on it. That will be the thing that I'm looking for the most is I want to be able to get the old stuff and the new stuff.
You think they'll ever do it though?
No. Not as long as Herman and as long as Herman Holst and Jim Ryan run PlayStation, there won't be a fight for that.
No.
I know that they've said that there are people on the inside of PlayStation that are pushing for that, but they don't care about, old games or classic stuff. The stuff that made them the PlayStation that they are, or that made people care about PlayStation as much as they do. But
the only reason they care, the only time they care about the old games is when they're remaking it. That's
or if an anniversary is coming up.
Yeah, and they'll do a post or something on their PlayStation blog.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So there's that. It's kind of, I obviously it sounds like a lot initially when you're like, what, like 3 million people, but then when you hear it's like 45 to 41, it's like, oh, it's really not that big of a difference. But I mean, if anything, it could be like it's a trend that's starting, and it's only gonna continue until they make changes. So
maybe if they start losing that much more money, it's gonna cause them to do certain changes that will bring people back.
Yeah,
maybe if they remake Bloodborne, that'll be.
That's gonna single-handedly save PlayStation Plus.
I 100% agree. You know what? You can put that on record. That if they ever remake Bloodborne, we'll see what the numbers look like for people who get PlayStation Plus because of that.
I also think that it's incredibly dumb of them to. So there was a rumor going around that Sony was or is maybe looking into developing their own PC launcher, like their own storefront.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To release their own games day and date, because technically it'll count as a PlayStation sale. I think it's really dumb of them to not have something like that going. I don't think it hurts people buying PS5s or people playing these games at all. Like if people want a PS5, they're gonna go buy a PS5, PS6, whatever. So why not release them day and date on PC? That's nothing but more revenue.
Right.
Definitely. I would like a way to purchase more RAM for my PlayStation 4 so that it could be a PlayStation 5 on the PlayStation Store.
You could just download it, bro.
I should just download it. You're right. If I just download the PS5 on my PS4,
done deal.
I'll save
yourself $500.
There you go.
I'll send you the exe file later. How about that?
Disregard the Bitcoin miner title to it.
Yeah. I don't know why my PS4 is running so hot all of a sudden. It's not even on.
Oh, so good. All right. Well, that's it for that news story. Let's move on to this next one here. Embracer Group is closing the former Square Enix Montreal studio and QA team.
They just bought them.
We talked about a few months ago that Embracer bought a bunch of studios from Square. From Square Enix earlier this year. Today they announced that it's shutting down its publishing, QA, and Anoma. Apparently they had renamed it from Square Enix Montreal to Anoma, which I don't even remember that. Just last month. So they rebranded last month. So they rebranded just in time to shut down. The closures will impact roughly 200 people, though CDE has said it will look to match some of them with open positions within PC and console projects at the remainder of the company. So they're trying their best to keep people on, but it's still a crappy situation. With the opportunity to form the 12th operative group within Embracer, we have massive ambitions across Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal, CDE director Phil Roger said. We see the growth opportunities centered around our premier franchises and AAA games. Closing publishing QA and our Anoma studio is a difficult decision and one that we've taken with great care and consideration. We greatly thank all those team's members for their contributions over the years and hope to find proper placements for as many as possible.
You didn't even give them time to make anything. What contributions?
Right? They're just like, hey.
You know the ones, right?
Yeah.
Anoma.
Of course.
And
that one time
the contributions of being bought.
Yeah.
One time that they got shut down.
Yeah, see, that was a contribution. They contributed more
To less developers.
revenue.
Whoa.
They contributed more revenue to what was this company's name?
Noma or something.
Wouldn't they
What's
lose
it
money
called?
closing them down?
The Embracer Group, that
Embracer Group.
that owns like everything. But so for those of you who don't know, Montreal, Square Enix Montreal was known for the Hitman Go series. At Hitman Go, Lara Croft Go, Deus Ex Go, which
Those are
were
dope.
fantastic games. I love those games.
Yeah.
They had a Hitman Sniper game that came out.
This is a
Tomb
very
Raider.
cell phone heavy podcast today.
What?
The cell phone heavy podcast, because those were on like mobile, weren't they?
They're mostly mobile. Hitman Go and Lara Croft Go did come out for consoles, at least for PlayStation consoles. But yeah,
I have them. I never played them.
They're good.
They're really. I played Hitman Go because I think the Apple App Store was giving it away for free, like when it came out, and so I got. I'm like, this
I think
is
it's
really
on
good.
Apple Arcade or something. That's why.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no, they don't charge for Apple Arcade anymore. They keep trying to charge me, but they don't.
Maybe the embracing group.
Are you getting it for free?
No. Next question.
wait a second. So yeah, I don't know. This is just really crappy. It sucks when a studio gets shut down, especially one that, I mean, Square Enix sold these guys off for whatever reason. Like we never really heard why that happened. And they made good games. They're not making like the big like Tomb Raider game. They're not making the big Hitman game, but these weren't bad games by any means. Like they were the mobile game studio that
You
made.
don't understand, Garrett.
That they made good mobile games, not bad mobile games. You know?
Adrian, I have a question.
Hit it.
Is that a Keyblade in your background?
You know it, brother.
Hell yeah.
My other one is behind me.
Oh, okay.
That's Mickey's Keyblade. Sora's is behind me.
W.
Very cool.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
That they didn't make
Sorry.
bad phone games.
Oh,
Or games. Was it that? Or was that Garrett? I think that was
They made.
I think
Good,
that was
they-
Garrett.
I said they made good phone games, not bad ones.
I said that
Oh.
they don't make bad phone games.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're saying
Oh,
the same.
I
Bad phone
remember,
games that they didn't make?
what?
Huh?
Oh, I feel like Adrian, go ahead.
Square Enix, you got to understand, they are a company that wants to invest $10 into development and then reap $10 billion in revenue.
Yeah, look at
On
Kingdom
launch
Hearts
day.
3.
I got
Case in
debated with
point.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah. You did get debated to buy
I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't great. I'll say that.
Remind saved it.
I agree.
Remind definitely saved
I
it.
agree.
You know what saved it? The story so far. That's what saved it.
What do you mean?
That's what saved it. The fact that the story so far came out saved the
The
fact
band?
that the freaking PlayStation exclusive. Oh wait, no, it's not even. It's on Epic Games now, right?
That's the melody of something?
No, it's the one that has all of them.
Oh, the one I kept trying to get Garrett to buy, which he finally did.
Well,
Did he-
that has all
wait,
three of
The
them?
one
he
that
buy-
has
did-
all of them in it.
What did
the
he buy?
collection, yeah.
What did he buy it on?
PS4.
Oh, thank God.
You want to know
What do you
something?
mean, what did he buy it on?
No, because it's on Epic Game Store now.
Yeah, it's on
Oh,
Epic
no,
Games.
absolutely
Yeah.
not.
No, okay, so
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
hear me out, please, because I got it there and it runs like poop, dude. It's not great. I can't tab out for 2 seconds or else the whole game crashes.
Look, at least it runs natively, okay? The one thing I wanted them to put it on, they made cloud versions of it. All right, and I'm still salty about it to this day.
That's
Oh,
right.
man.
Because I also owns the story so far.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's so
Yeah.
bizarre that they freaking they tricked everyone. They're like, "Hey, we're bringing it to Switch," and everyone's losing their minds. And then the fine print, it's like cloud version.
It's also a 78 gigabyte fucking download.
That's fine. I have the space. I have the space on my card. Let me download it. If you're gonna put the full Nier Automata on there
That's
and
true.
show me
makes
that it
sense,
runs smooth
They
as
have
butter, there's
The
no
Witcher.
excuse.
They have The Witcher 3 on
Witcher
Switch.
3 runs on there. Final Fantasy 10, 11, and 10, 12 both run on there
Both
fine.
run on it, yeah.
What are we talking about?
Final Fantasy 10 solid on the Switch.
Right. So somebody is lying. Somebody is lying.
I can play Blitzball while I'm taking a bath.
You
Like I can
literally
feel
can.
like I'm there.
But it's not safe.
I don't want to say it's Nomura,
I mean, it is
but
though.
somebody is lying about these games not being able to run on Switch.
Maybe it's the
Has to
embracing
be.
group people.
Maybe it's the
Embracer.
Embracer group.
Maybe
Maybe.
they're not so embracing. You know what I mean?
But going back to the story,
Don't sue us.
I think I don't know what it is. I think somebody said that this was a part of Square's big move to appeal to like a more global audience, which then everybody turned right around and said, well, why did you sell off your Western developed studios?
Right, exactly. They're Western developed studios, and then for Embracer Group to get rid of granted, Embracer Group owns a lot of studios now. Like they have so I was gonna say, why would they get rid of like a good mobile game studio? But they probably have like 10 more mobile studios that they could just fill in its place. But yeah, I don't know. This is sad. It's a bummer. I don't have much more to say other than I hope they all find jobs. Like I hope Embracer can actually find places for them within there, so that way they don't have to move.
They own so many companies. It'll be easy.
Yeah.
They'll just start flinging people all over the chessboard. You go here, you go here, here.
Well, what if that was like their ultimate goal? Like, we don't need Square, Enix. We could just send them somewhere else to work on something else for us, essentially.
Like they bought the whole studio just for the people, just for the talent.
Like the rights and all that stuff to the things that they already have there. You know what I mean?
We're just gonna buy Anonymity and we're gonna push them over there.
What'd you call them? Yeah, essentially.
Did they get the IP? Because I thought, doesn't
Square,
IO
Square
owns
got,
Hitman, right?
Yeah, IO owns Hitman, and Tomb Raider, I think, is still Square.
Still Square.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. So
Or
in that,
IDOS won.
What happened to you, Square? You used to be cool, man. Before you were Square
You used to
Enix.
be Squaresoft. Square, what happened?
Yeah, what happened? You used to make bangers like Breath of Fire.
And Kingdom Hearts.
And Kingdom Hearts and Mario RPG
And Chrono
Legend of the
Trigger.
Seven Stars. And Chrono
Don't you
Trigger.
hate Chrono Trigger?
No, I hate
You
Chrono
hate
Trigger.
Chrono Trigger?
I hate Chrono Trigger now.
What?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
We'll talk about this later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's like the third time you've said that tonight. We'll talk about it later. we have a lot of things to talk about later. We might need to have to do like a post show and talk about these laters. I don't know.
Follow the Patreon.
That's right. It's only $1. Not even the 99-cent store is $1 anymore.
That's absolutely true. We need to put that in our thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
in our rundown.
In the
Yeah.
ad
Just put the
copy.
99-cent store only logo on the where the Patreon thing is. Because
On our Patreon page, just put the
Yeah.
little logo right there.
Yeah.
99 cents only.
the real 99-cent store.
Yeah.
Exactly. I went to that place and chips were $5. It's crazy.
Oh my God.
Remember, guys, one schmeckle gets you 1 month.
That's
Support these
Nothing
guys.
stays the same.
Oh, I'm sad. I'm old.
All right, let's move on to this last news story here. Then, speaking of things costing $5 at a 99-cent store, Phil Spencer hints at future Xbox console game and subscription price increases. This comes from Jordan Middler over at VGC. Microsoft's head of gaming, Phil Spencer, has suggested that Xbox consoles, games, and subscriptions may increase in price in the future. Speaking at Wall Street Journal Tech Live, the Xbox boss discussed the console's price point as well as the prospect of charging $70 for games, something most third-party publishers and rival Sony now do.
Boo.
I think at some point
I
we'll
agree,
have to
Boo.
raise the prices on certain things. Spencer
That's correct,
says.
Boo.
I have to put a down payment on every game I buy.
Could you imagine?
Crazy. But going into the holiday, we thought it was important to maintain the prices. He added, We've held price on our console, we've held price on games, and our subscription. I don't think we'll be able to do that forever. I do think at some point we'll have to raise some prices on certain things. And then the article just goes on to cite how in the UK, all consoles have gone up in price. PlayStation 5, Xboxes, and Switches are all more expensive. And like in the last year, they've gone up. In Japan, parts of North America, apparently Sony raised prices. So Xbox is the only one that hasn't raised prices in America, but pretty much everywhere else, like everyone is raising prices on their consoles.
Sony
and
won't
games.
raise prices on PS5 here because that's a death sentence.
Yeah,
Definitely.
PS5.
Well, it's interesting because this article says
the resellers raise it.
Yeah. It says
Yes.
here that Sony did raise their prices in parts of North America. I don't know. Oh, maybe in Mexico and Canada. I don't know. They definitely
I
did
guess,
it
yeah, that
in
makes
the United States. But
That's what I'm saying. I was
he
like
say
meaning
Mexico?
the United States.
Yeah,
like
the
they
US.
raise them
America?
everywhere else but here.
Is that
Yeah.
considered? I'm confused.
Did you just say Mexico and then North America?
I said North America is Canada and Mexico. And I obviously didn't say U.S. because the prices haven't been raised here. I was talking about other countries where the prices could have been raised.
Okay.
I would believe it in Mexico,
Yeah.
sadly.
Damn, that's like 500 million pesos for a PlayStation.
Pretty much.
5,000, yeah. Out there.
Crazy.
That is
But yeah,
very crazy.
I mean, Adrian just sold his Xbox Series X that he had, but down the road, you want to pick up another one. Like, how does this make you feel, Adrian, when you have to pay more for the thing that you've already had?
Honestly, it made me feel like I should like run out on Black Friday and maybe pick up a little Series S and sit on it.
Ooh.
And then sell
Just
it
to
after.
have like a console.
Oh, I feel that. Yeah.
Because if it's gonna I feel like 300 is already a sweet spot for that.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's gonna go up anymore, it's gonna be a hard sell.
Yeah.
Against the Series X. I don't know.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call. Just to have like, yeah, not to resell it, but just to like keep in your back pocket for like when you finally do feel like, oh, I think I need one, you just go to your closet and get it. And especially isn't there like a Black Friday deal with, I think, Target?
It's only gonna be like $250.
Yeah, it's like $50. It's $50 off, and I think you get a free controller with it. So it's like two controllers, and it's $50 less than what it normally is. So
Dude, at this point, Microsoft could sell the Xbox Series X or Series S for like $10 and still make money off of it.
Yeah,
It's unbelievable.
which is weird why they want to raise prices. Like, here at Microsoft, our $1 trillion company, we're just so worried about, the prices of our goods. I don't get it.
Yeah, imagine using the infinite money cheat code and still like charging people for stuff. Isn't that crazy?
To me, it's like, so Garrett, what you're saying is, okay, so I pay so it's $70 for a game now, digital, by the way.
Correct, yeah.
It's gonna go higher than that now. Or
no. It's saying
no.
it's going up to 7 because Xbox apparently, according to Philly Spencer over here,
Yeah, Philip.
they haven't raised prices, at least on all their games. Maybe some games have gone up to 70, but on Xbox console.
Microsoft Game Studios games have been 60.
They're still
everybody
sitting at
else's
60.
can be 70.
Yeah. So what they're
that
talking
makes
about
sense.
is just, yeah. So like when the next Gears of War comes out or something like that, they're talking that might be $70.
You
now
better
instead of
believe that's
60.
going to be $70.
Yeah. That's insane.
But I mean, I don't know. I don't like this, but it's also like everything else is getting more expensive. So of course the video games are going to get more expensive. Like
Makes sense. Yeah.
I'm spending so much on gas in my car, and I spent like over $1,000 in groceries last month. And so it's like, you know what? Why not one more thing? Why not just ruin this fun thing in my life? These video games, like now I can't afford this. So I don't know. It was bound to happen, I guess. But do you guys, either you guys have Xboxes? Because I feel like whenever I talk with you guys are mainly just playing on your PCs. But Angel and Cheezo, do you guys have Xbox consoles?
I have like what was the old one? The Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I never upgraded to the new gen.
I have Game Pass.
I do too.
Yeah.
So
I also have Game
that's
Pass.
about as far as that goes.
On PC though?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I have Game Pass Ultimate because I like to support mom and pop stores like Microsoft.
I do not have an Xbox. I also have Ultimate, but I like it. I have Ultimate because then I can stream on my phone as well. Because you can't do the streaming without Ultimate, unfortunately, which is
That's right. Yeah.
dumb.
That's insane.
So like it's so nice sitting in bed, like pop open my iPad or my phone and just like crank out a game. It's so good.
That'd be so cool if you could use Xbox Live Cloud Gaming or Xbox Cloud Gaming on your Switch. You know?
Yeah,
know what
I
I
think
mean?
they tried that, and I think Nintendo shot them down.
That's unfortunate. They shut them down
Yeah.
just like Netflix.
I feel like there's like there's
Which is
Yeah, how bizarre that there's no Netflix on the Nintendo Switch.
right.
What's going on there?
I don't know, man.
I guess the split wasn't good enough, maybe.
Which is crazy.
Absolutely bizarre.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that though. Xboxes might be getting a little pricier at this holiday season. So get it while you can. Just save an Xbox Series S for Adrian so he can get one.
Yes.
And I'll put it in the closet.
I'll put it in the closet to never touch.
Put it in his back pocket.
Did you
save
even
for
use
later.
it?
Did I what?
Did you use the Xbox?
No. That was the thing. I bought it like maybe 2 days after launch day. I looked up on one because I got like one of the like 2:30 a.m. drops. And then I barely played anything on it because there was barely anything to play, number one. And number two, every Microsoft game that came out, which is what I bought the console for, was like a 6 or a 7, or we played it and it was like, it's all right.
Nothing crazy. Yeah.
So
That makes
I'm
sense.
sitting there like, what am I using this for?
Yeah. And now you have a PC.
Right. And now I have a PC, which lets me play all the Game Pass games at better fidelity and frame rate than Series X would give me. So it's kind of redundant. So that's why I got rid of it.
That makes sense.
Like I'm not gonna buy an Xbox console until Scalebound comes out anyway. So
Well, good luck.
yeah, exactly.
So good. We got people in the chat. Oh, Angel, you saw that. Okay, I just noticed that someone's buying you the stuff off of your table. We're doing a live auction here on Super Gamer Boys.
That's right.
Join us at twitch.tv/the Super Gamer Boys for live auction. Going once, going twice, gone. Oh man. All right. Well, that is it for the news stories this week. Now it is time for our ad. And this is the part of the show where I tell you to go over to patreon.com/supergamerboys. Support us over there starting at just $1 a month. That's right, one smackaroo. You get episodes early and ad-free, such as this show, such as Super Gamer Book Club. Remember, new episode coming up, talking about Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past. And the current one up right now is... I don't know why I can't remember the stupid thing. Luigi's Mansion with Connor McCabe.
You mean red?
I'm telling
Mario?
Connor how many times you forgot him.
Don't tell Connor. Don't tell Connor, please.
Green Mario's mentioned.
Yeah, Green Mario's mentioned.
Green Mario. Green Mario's big house. And
Green Mario's Playhouse.
No. So go head over to patreon.com, support us over there. We have at the buck level, you get episodes early and ad free. $5, you get show notes early so you can see what we're going to be talking about. Leave your own questions, leave your own answers to the questions, leave your own thoughts on the news stories. You'll have full access to the show notes and to leave your own comments. So support us there. $10 a month, you can be a sponsor where you get shout outs on the show. And $15 a month, you can be a Patreon producer where you are our boss and you can pitch segments to us and be like, hey, I think you should have a segment where you talk about this within reason. We've had segments canceled before. And we've also had segments where we had to watch really bad movies. That's what me and JJ had to do back in the day. And it was rough. It was rough.
What was the worst movie?
So if you want to torture us. We did quite a few. For some reason, the only two I can remember are Con Air and Mortal Kombat.
Oh, you're right.
Which one?
That movie's freaking terrible. Which one? It doesn't matter.
And more like
all of them are bad.
And Mortal Kombat, I think, was worse than Con Air. Honestly, I enjoyed Con Air. I thought that was great.
Yeah, because Nicolas Cage was in it. Best part of the movie.
Oh, so good.
I'll stand with what I said. I think all the Mortal Kombat movies have been terrible.
So support us over there, please, over at patreon.com/supergamerboys. You can also subscribe on Twitch. Remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you can link it to Twitch and use Prime Gaming, a Prime Gaming sub. It costs you $0. We get $5. So think about that. Click that button down below. Shoot that our way. We would appreciate it. And the last,
you guys got it
for the price of 1 gallon of gas.
Well. If you're lucky, in San Diego, it's much more than that for a gallon and a half of gas. All right. Or wait, no, half a gallon. Sorry, I did that the wrong way. The last sponsor here, W.GG. Head over to W.GG. Use our code SGB to get 10% off, and we get a little bit of a kickback. I've been drinking this one over here, Galaxy Grenade.
Oh, that's so good.
I love it. I think this is my favorite flavor so far. Like Dub Sludge is good.
Great.
That was my first one I ever tried, and I enjoyed it. But Galaxy Grenade, I think, is my all-time favorite. Granted, I've only tried one other. The Dragonade, is that one?
Dragonade's the OG one.
I don't know if I super love Dragonade, but Galaxy Grenade.
Put it in lemonade. Put it in actual lemonade. It's really good.
Okay.
There's a peach one too.
I saw that, like a peach tea, isn't it? Or no? Yeah, is it something like that? I don't know. They have a bunch of different flavors. Go over to w.gg, check it out. Use our code SGB to get 10% off. And like I said, we get a little bit of a kickback. It would be nice. All right. Now it's time to get back to the show. And this is the part of the show where I ask you guys what you playing. So let's start with our guest first. Angel, what you playing?
All right, dude. I didn't even think I was gonna get singled out like that. I'm really gonna set the tone, by the way. League of Legends. Next question.
League of Legends. All right. All right. So you're
World's biggest game.
You're one of those people.
Yeah, I hate myself, dude.
You just really just hate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I used to
I have
play
no
League.
regard for my mental health.
I used to play League as well back in the day. I was very bad at it. Very bad at it. But my friends were all into it. I'm like, I'm going to be into it because I want to hang out with my friends. And then I'm like, no, this game sucks. I am always I'm always angry. I'm always just angry and mad, and I suck, and I just die. I just feed the whole time. So I'm pissed off, and everyone else on my team is pissed off. My friends are pissed off at me. I'm like, I don't need any more reason to give them to be mad at me. So I'm done.
I have another one.
But go ahead. What's the other game you've been playing?
Modern Warfare 2.
Ooh, okay, there we go. What are your thoughts on Modern Warfare 2? Have you been playing much of the campaign or just multiplayer? What's your flavor?
I've watched a lot of the campaign. It's like very interesting. I like storytelling. Like I think they're really getting back to the roots when it comes to like storytelling, like the campaign and whatnot. But gameplay wise, it feels nice. It feels just like, well, like they got rid of like, you know how like, I don't know if you guys saw like the movement gods and like how people would just jump around and slide and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. On Call of Duty, they basically got rid of that. So,
how does it feel compared to the old school one?
I will say it moves a little slower, but it's not a big issue once you get used to it. So now I feel like it's more of like a skill gap than like, oh, you know, like one mechanic that I don't. And now you're like jumping all over the walls, you know?
Mm-hmm. Have they brought the old maps back yet, or are they going to do that in like packs?
I'm pretty sure they're going to do it in packs. They don't have any of the old maps. They are going to get rid of one of them, by the way, because I think it's a hotel in like EU.
I saw that. Yeah, the hotel was all pissed off because like it was
just getting negative attention. Yeah,
negative, and like the hotel actually looked too closely. Like it was like too good. Like they made it too good in the game. Like it was like a 1-to-1 replica, and they're like, we don't like that it looks so close and that it's in your game. It's
Amsterdam. There you go.
So crazy.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, they are gonna remove it. So I think next big patch that they do, that map is gone.
That's a shame.
Crazy. Imagine scrapping a whole map just because a hotel is a little pissed off.
They need to get rid of that highway map. If they're going to get rid of a map, they need to get rid of that freaking
ideally, you would love to say, well, who cares? Nobody would go in there and shoot that place up because they saw it, you know? But these days...
Yeah, we live in a crazy
people, dude.
world.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to have that map. You remember that one that was like kind of building to building and then there was like a crane that you could jump on?
Oh, high rise?
Yeah, that one's good.
I think they might. They did announce I
feel like somebody said that they were bringing everyone back.
I think the way that they're gonna do it is gonna be like how they've done it before with like zombie maps and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, like the packs.
Yeah.
Dang, that's awesome.
But it's good. If you guys want like a breath of fresh air from Call of Duty, this is the game to use.
Okay.
Yeah,
I usually just buy Call of Duty for the campaign. I suck at multiplayer games, like as with League, same with Call of Duty. And so I always love it for the campaign, but for me, it's like, can I justify $70 just to play through like a 6-hour story? Like that's a little steep.
Don't do it, dude.
That's a little steep. So I don't know, but I mean, yeah. The other day, Angel, you were trying to you're like, come play with me, come play multiplayer. I'm like, dude. Like, do you want to lose? Do you want to lose?
Be financially responsible.
Yeah.
You never
don't buy games. You never lose when you're playing with friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
No,
unless your friends are sweats.
No, that's not true. I hate losing.
And then they make it not fun to play the game anymore.
Oh, League of Legends has been a number to me.
Cheezo, what have you been playing?
I've been playing Dark Cloud for PlayStation 2.
Nice.
And
Really?
That's one of my favorites. That's one of my all-time favorite games. I enjoy Dark
Chrono
Cloud 1
Trigger
and 2.
sucks.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
It's like I said, we could talk about this later. I didn't say that Chrono Trigger sucks. I said I don't like it.
Okay,
I said I don't like it, but it's also weird because I like Earthbound a lot. So like it's
what is going on?
I'm telling you,
Adrian's having a seizure over
this.
there.
This is much.
I don't
more,
like this absolute classic over here, but I like this absolute.
This
classic
is much
over
more
here.
a brand thing than it is anything else. And like I said, I'll explain this later.
Okay.
This is brand loyalty for me over anything else.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So
You know
Dark
what game
Cloud,
doesn't suck.
someone recommended that to me like a year or two ago, like on the show. They're like, as a listener question, like, "Hey, try this game." And
Was it me?
No, I don't
It
think
might
it
have
was
been.
you. Was it? No, I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, I remember buying it because on PlayStation they have the PS2 Classic, so they have it on there. You
Yeah.
can buy it on the store. And I played like 15 minutes of it, and I'm like, okay, like this is something. And I meant to go back and play it. I just never touched it again. So it's like I have that.
Yeah.
I have it on my PlayStation. Never. It just didn't grab me. Granted, like I didn't give it much time, but I don't know.
It's one of those games that's a very slow build.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about Dark Cloud is it starts to get good when you start to move outside of the dungeons and more into like the world building, which is very much a world building type of game. I don't want to spoil too much for a 20-year-old game, I guess.
Spoilers.
But no, it is a slow build, but it's definitely lore heavy. It's a fantastic story for a game. It can get a little weird. The main villain looks like Majin Buu, but the actual core part of like building your world and rebuilding like what was lost is actually very cool. And if you really dig into it a little bit more, I think you'll like it. I think you'll like the like completionist like kind of mentality that you need to have to finish it.
Okay, interesting. I just wanted to say, I looked over at the chat. Michael Nightmare in the chat says, I love Dark Cloud and Earthbound, and I don't care for the Chrono series. So he's
That's why I love you.
Right on the same page as
What
you.
is it Maniac Day?
Yes.
It's Monday.
You know what? You're right.
It is Monday.
I got a few calls at work today that were pretty weird. So maybe I don't know. Maybe the rain is bringing it out of you guys. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe they don't like Chrono Trigger also.
You should have asked him next time you get a crazy call.
That should be.
Hey, how's your dog doing? Also, do you like Chrono Trigger?
And it depends what their answer is if you'll hang up or not.
Exactly.
Talking about the rain, what was like a 5-minute like getting to here turned into like a 15-minute because of like all the traffic.
Because of the
People just forget how to drive on rain.
I believe it. They always forget how to drive.
Yeah.
It
What?
drives
The ground's wet.
so stupid. I'm from upstate New York, and I've lived in a bunch of states where it gets rain, they get snow, you get ice. And when I moved to California, and it like barely sprinkles out, and everyone's losing their minds and like skidding their tires. I'm like, just drive normal. It's rain. It's fine. Go.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
It never fails. Every time it rains, people just forget how to drive.
Somebody was driving 25 miles an hour on the freeway in front of me
Oh
before I
my
got here.
god! Shoot me.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's Monday.
All right, Adrian, what have you been playing?
I have actually been playing a bunch of things. I had the chance to attend the Double Fine annual event, Day of the Devs.
Heck yeah.
Where they show off a plethora of independent games that are coming out to PC and console over the next, I'll say, near future. And they had about 70 games there. I got to play a good chunk of them. Too many to list here because we'll be here all night. But I can tell you from what I've seen that there is some excellent stuff on the way as far as games are concerned. And if you have any qualms about, games costing like $60, $70 over the next couple of years. Most of these games are going to be a fraction of that price, and they're going to be way better. So you need to keep your eyes on what's coming out of there.
That's what I appreciate about indie games. Like now, the more you've been introducing me to indie games, I love how when they launch and they're like $20, and then like right now I have like 70 games on my wish list. 60 of them are all indie games on Steam. I'm talking about, and I think like 5 or 6 of them launched in this past week. And it's funny because they're all launch price $25, but then they're all on sale for like 20 or 15. It's like, wait, you're launching and you're discounted already? This is great. It's not $70. This is awesome.
What's your favorite indie game right now? Do it. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, my favorite one right now. Oh my God. I'd probably say, with recency bias, I'd probably say 2064 Read Only Memories.
Oh, with Austin Creed? Heck yeah.
Oh, you know it. Oh, okay.
I do.
Rad. Yeah, no, I freaking love that game. I bought the collector's edition. I got Garrett to play it. We played it for a book club episode.
So good.
I think it's criminally underrated. I haven't heard of anybody else who has heard of it outside of you. So
yes. RAM is dope. It's a cool game.
Yeah. Love that game.
Does Death's Door count as one?
Death's Door does count as one.
That's my favorite.
Yep, really Death's Door. Yep. That's one that came out. Cult of the Lamb was a big one this year. Mm-hmm. Tunic was a big one this year.
Omori.
Omori wasn't. It launched on consoles this year, so I guess it counts.
That's right.
Oh my God! I just had one and it slipped. Oh, Cuphead. Put DLC out this year.
What the hell is it called?
Delicious Last Course.
Delicious Last Course.
I was gonna say Delectable Last Course.
Absolute fire. I don't know. There's so many like fantastic games that just outshine AAA stuff easily. I haven't had my radar in the AAA space for the longest time. So when you were telling me about Modern Warfare, I'm like, oh, it might actually be something I need to look into.
It's not
so
bad.
I appreciate that.
It is a vast improvement from Cold War, Vanguard.
Whoa. Cold War. Wait.
Yeah.
What?
Wait. No. Cold War. Sorry, I was thinking of Black Ops. Never mind.
No, Black Ops.
No. That's the best one so far.
Okay.
But like from the recent like trend that Call of Duty has had, it has been a major improvement.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be the only Call of Duty for 2 years, so.
Nice.
I would also say that this show has made me more interested in ever at the prospect of buying a Steam Deck. I was able to actually try one out for the first time at the show. And nearly like every game that was there, somebody had running either off of a Steam Deck for people to play on their demo station, or you could pick the Steam Deck up directly and play it on there. And I'm like, well, this seems to be the space in which most indie developers are moving going forward. And I think I need to be doing that if I want to keep up with the scene and keep up with, stuff that's coming out. So it's something that I'm looking forward to looking into in the near future. So we'll see how that goes.
Heck yeah.
Christmas is coming.
Ooh, yeah.
It's coming fast.
Yeah, Steam Deck looks super sick. For me, it's like, as I get more consoles, I'm totally down. Like, I would love to get a Steam Deck. Like, I would use it all the time. But it's so hard because my wife would be like, do you really need that? Like, you have a computer that can run all those. I was like, yeah, but I can't.
It's the same.
But now I can play it in bed,
She's like, oh my God, now it's worse.
Are you trying to build a case or make it you don't get one?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
I don't know. That thing, people were like hyping it up. I get it. It is incredibly comfortable. I don't know how they did it, but like your hands just kind of melt into it. Like it feels like it has a built-in grip. It's huge, but when you play it, you don't really notice that.
Yeah,
because it conforms right to your hands. So I get it. I'm on board.
That's
I
awesome.
like the fact that it's just the better version of a Nintendo Switch, because now you can buy the dock for it and just connect it to your TV.
Or you could just do a cable for HDMI out. It doesn't matter.
That's insane.
But I want it to stand.
Oh
know?
yeah, no. But I'm just saying that versatility is what's
It's
awesome.
great.
Like that,
Yeah.
those same games, I can just go right out to anybody's TV. I don't need a dock. I don't need anything. I just need that cable, and bam, we're playing.
That's awesome.
I heard they're trying to work on VR capability for it as well, so that's pretty cool.
Whoa!
How?
Okay.
With
If they
that,
think it can do it?
Yeah. I mean,
it's more powerful than a Quest 2, so I don't see why not.
Yeah. Good point.
They're just trying to make it run through the Linux-based system that it runs off of. So
Dang.
Give it time.
it's gonna be great. Anything open source is always a big up for me.
Yeah. So conclusion: play more indies. Look out for indies that are coming out in the next couple of years. Go back and play some of the hits. Basically, play more indies.
Yes, do it.
Yes.
Go play more indies.
Play Death's Door.
Garrett, what have you been playing?
Oh, I have been playing my Playdate, which I've been absolutely loving. This thing is fantastic.
I think it's great.
Awesome little indie game, indie console, indie game. Everything's just indie about this. I've been playing specifically Pick Pack Pup?
Pick Pack Pup.
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's just like it's a matching game, like a match 3, but way better. They give you like fun little like puzzles you got to do with getting try to get 7 in a row or something like that. I love how the way they tell the story is. It's not just like cutscenes. It's not a video. It's not even just static pictures. Like it's a comic. I mean, it's static pictures. It's like a comic reel. It's a comic book. So like you actually scroll through with the crank on the Playdate in order to see read the comic strip. It has great writing. I'm loving it. It was Adrian and Mike.
So do you have to wind it up?
No, this is how you interact with some of the games.
That's part of the controller.
It's part of the controller. Yeah.
That's so sick.
It's amazing. I love it.
If only they had WarioWare on it.
Oh, imagine that.
Oh, somebody's making one, I'm sure. That's the cool part is anybody can make something for it. Open source.
Yeah. Very cool.
Very cool. Yeah, Playdate is fantastic. And I think by the end of the year, they said all their pre-orders will be shipped out. And so come like the beginning of 2023, when you order one, like you'll be able to have it shipped right to you. Because like me and Adrian had to wait like a year before we got ours.
I had to wait 3.
From when you from when you first heard about it. I mean, from when the pre-orders went live, like a year.
What was that thing? A PlayStation 5 or what?
Yeah.
No, that's when they like started talking about it was 2019.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But yeah, pre-orders went live last summer. So like, yeah, you had to wait like a year. I had to wait a year and a half. Like I just got mine.
It got delayed too.
But coming beginning of 2023, you should just be able to order one right up and have it. And it's so fun. I love how they release the games too. Every Monday, we've already talked about this, but just for Angel and Cheezo, every week, every Monday, you get 2 more games. So there's 24 games in a season. So for 12 weeks, you're just going to get 2 games every Monday. And you don't know what they're going to be. So like today, when I was talking to Adrian before we started the show, I was like, oh, I got 2 new games. A little notification was on there. And I was so stoked. So I'm excited to go try those out, see what they are.
That's actually really cool.
That's like the Nintendo Switch thing when it's just like, oh, it's updating. Oh, God, let me go check all of the things. Let me check the Sega, the Super Nintendo.
But the difference is it's consistent.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like you get 2 games every week and not 1 game every 4 months. You know.
So you can't be happy that Paper Mario was on the 64. Like what's going on? Why can't you just be happy it's back? Why can't you be happy at the prospect of maybe getting the 1,000-year door like in a few years?
Yeah,
In
right.
a few
You think
years.
they're ever gonna put GameCube games? You think they're gonna just let you play GameCube games?
Hell
They're
no.
gonna sell those puppies.
100%. Yeah.
They're gonna sell 1,000-year door for like actual scalper prices too.
$49.99.
Nope.
Mark
it's gonna
my
be
words here.
$158.99.
Mario Sunshine, Smash Brothers Melee, 1,000-year door. They're all gonna be at least $49.99.
Well, they
Wow.
already had
Wow.
Sunshine.
Wow.
They already had
These
Sunshine
scalpers.
on there with that trio that they only
With the
sold
trio.
for 3 months and then took down off the store.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
somewhere
now
in
they're
there.
gonna put it out on its own. It's gonna be $49.99. I guarantee it with Nintendo.
I would much rather buy 1,000-year door for $49.99 than the actual price.
than the
that it is right now.
$149.99.
Yep. You know, it'd be crazy if they put Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, and make it
They would never put
$49.99.
that one.
And yeah,
They'll put it.
You
at
know what'd be
scalper
crazy
price.
if they just put all their games on there and make it, I don't know.
That will
what's the term?
destroy the market.
Kind of like a virtual console.
yeah.
in a sense.
Huh.
Huh.
They
You
should
know what?
go-
You know
I
what
don't
that is? You know what that is, Adrian? Making too much sense, and that
I
doesn't work
guess.
here.
That's
Yeah,
That
crazy.
fair
doesn't work
point.
here.
If only Nintendo did that.
If only.
If only they did that. That'd be crazy.
We can't make sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That makes too much sense.
I've also been playing Kingdom Hearts. So I played it as a child, but I never got very far because I was bad at video games. Never beat it, never finished it, didn't get very far. So Adrian's like, hey, you need to play this game. He's been on me for years now. You need to play this game. So I picked it up, and I'm happy to say I am about 6.5 hours in. In just a few days, I've put a lot of time in it. I've been having some fun with it. I'm up to Agrabah. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is it, yeah.
And so I'm enjoying it. I'm having a blast, and if anything, I'm just really excited to like get
Are
on
you still on the first one?
Yeah, I'm on the first
Ooh.
game. I've never touched any other Kingdom Hearts games. I've only ever played the first one, and only
We got to ease them into it.
and only
The
part of
second one-
it. So
The
yeah.
second one is my all-time
No,
favorite game.
he's got to do it like how we had to do it. He has to play part 1, then he's
Yep.
got to play Chain of Memories
Yep.
on the
Then
Game
2.
Boy.
Then you have to download the iPhone game.
Yeah, and then he has to go to Japan.
That's later.
and
That's later. That's
You're
later.
Right, you're right.
He's got to
right.
go to
I'm
Japan
out.
and download the
I'm out.
Japan only
And then
exclusive.
you have to get introduced to a series
On the
of
little
game
mobile phone,
characters.
the
Yeah.
original coded.
That's right.
Then you have to get introduced to like fractions. You know.
And
Yeah, you gotta play the
300 whatever by
358.
2.
Yeah.
And then he gets to play 1.5,
And then you get to have fun.
and then he gets to play 2.5 Ultra Prelude Mega Max or whatever the fuck it's called.
Then you get to play.
Then you get to play 3, I guess.
No, you got to play back cover first.
Oh,
and
and
then
then
you
he's got
can
to play Dream Drop
3.
Distance.
This
That's
is,
right. Dream Drop. Yep. Birth by Sleep. I forgot about Birth by
How?
Sleep.
How is this even real? Like,
And then you have to go and watch the opera for Kingdom Hearts.
And then you have to read lore.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just kidding. It's like Five Nights at Freddy's. You know, there's books now.
That's right. That's right.
Sorry, Garrett. You should have been there. Now you got to catch up.
I
And then
gotta
you have to-
catch
It's just
then you
like
have to-
like One Piece. You should have been there. Now you got to catch up.
And then you have to put the sleep aid device, the one that you put on your head
The
for
sleep
8
app
hours. Yeah, no, the one that you put on your head to learn stuff
yeah.
every night for the next 2 months.
And
So
then
you
have
just
to go to,
subconsciously absorb the story.
Mm-hmm.
then you have to go to Disneyland. You know,
That's right.
you got to help Mickey with the quest IRL.
Yes.
oh man. Okay. Well, sounds
And
like
then
I'm
you
in
can play
for a
part
journey.
And then you can play part 3.
Oh shoot. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm having a blast, and I'm actually beating it. I'm like, I'm good at games now. I can finally beat these stupid
It's
things.
okay. Sephiroth will show up eventually.
No, what are you doing? He didn't know Sephiroth was in it.
Well, he's not. He's playing 1. He's playing 1.
He's playing 1. Yeah, you are playing 1, right?
He's playing 1.
Yeah, he didn't know
He's playing
that
1.
Sephiroth was
Shut
coming.
up. Hey, shut up.
Why did I shut up? I
Whoa.
can tell.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
You know what's my last question? What worlds have you been in?
Well, yeah, just 6.5
Before I
hours in.
spoil
So
anything.
I've beat. So I just locked. Wonderland.
That's crazy that Adrian spoiled that for you.
Yeah, absolutely insane. I gotta watch my big mouth.
I locked Wonderland. I had the Tarzan, and I did the Coliseum the first round where I fought Cloud and then Cerberus, and I locked up Traverse Town. I just got to my first warp world or whatever where I'm at the 11th.
I want you to
world,
know,
so.
Garrett. I want you to know, Garrett, that they never fix your camera issues. I hope you know this. Like, that's the only thing I'll spoil for you.
Yeah.
They never fix what?
Their camera issues.
No, it's
Oh, the camera
fantastic
is so
all the way
bad.
around.
Yeah.
It gives you an option. It says you can do automatic or manual. And I'm like,
It was early PS2. Relax.
They're both bad. They're
This
both
man
bad.
said it was early PS2.
But Kingdom Hearts had the same
Relax.
issues. I don't know.
Didn't Dark Cloud come out before Kingdom Hearts, and I had like full 360-degree camera angle?
Yeah, but it looks bad.
It does look bad. No, he's right.
There's a
wait,
balance to
there's-
this.
Yeah, exactly.
didn't, like-
There's sacrifices you have to make.
Yeah.
You want a good camera or you want a good looking game? What do you want?
It does
I
look
do
good,
agree.
especially on
Yeah.
PS5. Looks good on PS5.
That's crazy.
All right. Well,
If you come to think of it, Kingdom Hearts is basically like Mario. Because
I need a little more on that.
Wait a minute.
What's her name? Kyrie.
Yeah.
Gets taken. Now you gotta save her.
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, Kyrie
That's
Irving.
I
go save
guess,
her.
but in this scenario, wouldn't Luigi be much more powerful than Mario for a majority of the game?
Yeah, as he
No,
is.
I would say he is.
I would say
to
he
this
is
day.
too. Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't he save Mario like
Interesting.
3 or 4 times already?
he sure did. But some people would like to call him a sidekick.
Imagine that. You know what? I want the paper Luigi game that he was doing when he was when Thousand Year Door was out.
Why haven't they done that? Why haven't they done a Paper Luigi?
Because they did Superstar Saga and way better games after. That's why.
Fair.
I would like a paper Luigi now though. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
that'd be sick.
I got a fucking ad. Sorry.
All right.
All right.
Well, that is it for tonight's show. Thank you all so much for listening. You can find us everywhere. Please go check it out at patreon.com/supergamerboy. Support us over there. We would very much appreciate it. You can also support us by going to sgbstore.com, get some merch. We got t-shirts, we got stickers, we got coffee mugs with our faces on it, the mug. Please go support us and help the show. If you can't do that, I mean, you can also just listen to the show, watch at youtube.com/supergamerboys. All of that is just a tremendous help. Even if you can't help monetarily, downloading, listening, viewing, whatever it is, liking, commenting, subscribing for free wherever you can do it. Go check it out. And it's been really awesome seeing the YouTube channel grow a lot this last month. Granted, we did a lot of content last month, so that's probably part of why we grew. But I'm just glad that, to see the fruits of our labor and see people enjoy the stuff we're putting out. So thank you all so much for just being on this crazy ride with us. You can rate and review us over on Apple Podcasts. We'd appreciate that. It helps us kind of bump up in the charts. Again, shout out to Jack Sriracha and Yate for allowing to use their music on their show. Find them on Spotify. Links in the show description below. Before I get into more of our stuff, I do want to give the floor to our underleveled boys.
Oh.
Where can people find you and your stuff?
Who?
Us? Underlevel.com.
I don't think so.
No ease.
That's right. No ease.
For editing Garrett, it'll be right here.
Actually,
Okay.
it's gonna be right here.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome, by the way. UNDRLVLD.com.
.com.
And
Yes.
I might need to pick up that Monkey D. Luffy statue. I think it's pretty sick. Is he a cowboy in that?
He
Don't-
is a cowboy.
Okay, don't spoil it for me. I have not seen the show, but that looks pretty dope. Not gonna lie.
It's in that one series where
Too late for you, buddy.
and, Cassidy have a showdown.
Wait,
That's right. It's that filler.
Yeah, it's that filler episode. Where,
are you
Overwatch comes in.
spoiling things now, Angel? Are you spoiling things now?
Yeah, the Overwatch,
You know, we would also like to include that we know that you guys are the Super Gamer Boys, and we love you for it. That's why we keep this a little close to our hearts, which is the Super Game Boy.
Yeah.
So if we have a piece of you guys here with us all the time.
That's so good.
That does the heart good.
I have never seen one in person. That is awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, really. I've never seen one in
Really?
person.
I think
That's
there's another
dope.
one somewhere around.
This one was my personal one growing up.
In fact, you can have it. No, I'm just kidding.
I can have Angel Super Game Boy. Awesome. Thanks. I'll come get it later.
Yeah, underlevel.com, and find us on Instagram at underleveled.
Heck
That's
yeah.
right.
I'll have links to all this in the description below
Right
too.
here.
So make
Both
sure
of
you can't click on YouTube videos. So I'm gonna put the
Well,
links in
you
the
can-
description.
No, you could also put the ads right here.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just put a big ad over your face. So they can't see your face. Just a big underleveled circle. All right. You can also find us at supergamerboys.com, Twitter and Instagram at supergamerboys. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at gmorlang. Adrian, where can they find you at?
You can find me any and everywhere at Homeboy.
And Angel and Cheezo, do you guys want to shout out your own personal Twitter or Instagrams?
Twitch is
Yeah.
more.
I forgot. You guys actually do cool stuff on Twitch, unlike me. So yeah, what are your Twitch channels? They will also be in the show description.
Some would say I'm not very good at games, but you know. Twitch.tv, AngelOL_. You'll find me there.
And you can find me at twitch.tv/elcheezo
And
And-
Twitch.tv _underleveled.
and twitch.tv/underleveled or whatever variant. And if you want to catch me on Twitter, I am at the Cheezo.
One more. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Garrett comes out in one of the videos.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
like exclusive content.
Go
Yeah.
watch it. I hunt some ghost with these boys, and boy,
And
things happen. Things happen in there.
yes, we came in boys and we left dead.
We left dead boys. All right.
One of these things is not like the other.
All right. Well, that's all I got for this week. Adrian, do you mind taking us out?
Sure thing. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for another episode of the Super Gamer Boys podcast. We appreciate everybody who supports us just by listening through Patreon, through Twitch. Any avenues of support are they help us to keep going. And for, of course, me, the King of Games, Adrian Holmes, for Garrett the Colonel Morlang, and for the Underleveled Boys, we are the Super Gamer Boys.
And we will catch you on the flippity flop.
Yes.
Ugh.
Don't play Chrono Trigger.
Oh my, I knew you were going to say something.